Hey everybody, thank you for joining my channel. We're gonna hop right in because I have a great message today. My message today is eagle versus pigeon mindset. Eagle versus pigeon mindset. Now, I mentioned this in another one of my videos, but I really want to tell you guys kind of like the background of this topic, where it comes from. So like a long time ago, I believe I was like in the 7th grade at the time. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe it was the 7th or it was the 8th grade. But I will never ever forget this. I remember I was actually in ISS, which is in school suspension. And Mr. Ayers, I will never forget this. He was like the ISS guy. He wasn't really like a teacher. He was just like the guy that oversaw the room when kids used to have to go there. And you know, of course, in ISS, you got all the clowns, you got all the kids that's up to no good, all in ISS. And this specific day, you know, we was in there clowning around, of course, acting a fool. And Mr. Ayers, he never said anything. But this specific day, he just started going off on us. And he was just like, you know, it's time for y'all to grow up. Like, at some point, y'all going to be adults. You know, y'all have to start making better decisions for your life. Y'all have to start figuring out how you want your life to be, how you want to lead your life. Do you want to be like a pigeon, or do you want to be like an eagle? Do you want to just be a pigeon that's, you know, that's on the ground not doing nothing, or do you want to be like an eagle that's flying and soaring high in the sky? And like I said, this was 7th grade, so this was a long time ago, but something about that just kind of stuck with me. It has just stayed with me for a long time, and every now and then I just think about that. You know, over the years I have just always thought about, you know, him saying that, because it's so true. You know what I mean? When you think about the looking at it from that point of view, you know, from a bird's point of view, you know what pigeons are, and then you know what eagles are. You know what I mean? And it's like, what type of life do you want to lead? Do you want to be like a pigeon, or do you want to be like an eagle? That's a valid question. You know what I mean? So like I said, that's something that's just stayed with me, and I wanted to do a topic about this. And this is deep, y'all. I got my script with me today. I done did the research, but in doing this research, that's what I'm saying, I love this topic, because in doing this research, it has just opened up so much for me. What type of mentality do I want to have? What type of mentality do you want to have? Because here's the thing, everything starts with your mind. Anything that has to do with change, anything that has to do with your purpose, anything that has to do with elevation, anything that has to do with changing your circumstances, whatever it is, it starts in the mind. It is a mind thing. And so we're gonna hop right into it. Now, some of this stuff, you know, this is stuff that we already know, and some of this stuff, I bet you ain't never even knew this. You never even thought about this or heard this. But we're going to start with the pigeons, because we're going to go ahead and get them up out the way. We're going to start with the pigeons. It says, pigeons have small heads and short legs. So you know what that means, right? People that have mentalities or mindsets of pigeons means that they are small-minded, and they not going nowhere. They not headed nowhere. Do you want to be like a pigeon that's small-minded and not headed anywhere? Don't got nothing going on with your life. The wind blow over here, you headed there. Stuff happens. You don't know how to make decisions. You don't know how to make no type of impact, because you so small-minded. You so stuck in this old way of thinking, and how you used to look at things and how you used to view things. Is that the type of mindset you want to have? No. Let's talk about behaviors of pigeons, right? It says, pigeons, they flock. They gather in flocks, walking on the ground, pecking around for food. Now, we all know pigeons. Now, think about pigeons, for example. The most, you know, you done seen a million pigeons in your lifetime, right? And, you know, you mostly see pigeons. When you think about pigeons, you mostly see them, like, in the city, right? Like, you know, downtown, where I'm from, downtown Chicago, or the downtown areas, you're going to see, you know, you're going to see them pecking around by the garbage cans, or pecking around people looking for somebody to throw them some bread, some scraps, or whatever the case is. They flock. So that's one thing right there. Let's pay attention to that. They flock. Pigeons flock. Is that the type of mentality that you want to have? Is that the type of person that you want to be? Somebody that flocks to what everybody else is doing? Somebody that's pecking around for, you know what I mean? And see, the thing about pigeons are surface level birds. All they do is stay on the surface. They are literally not going anywhere, not headed anywhere. They're just on the surface. You have to elevate your mind. Do you want to have a surface level mentality, or do you want to have a mentality that's continuously reaching towards the sky, that's elevating? You don't want to stay with a mindset that's just surface level, that's just on the ground. You're not going anywhere with that type of mindset, right? Here's another thing. I'm going to read this, but here's another thing when you think about pigeons, right? Now, when pigeons do, sometimes they do get off the ground, right? When they do sometimes get off the ground, where do you mostly see pigeons? The most you're going to see pigeons is probably like, you know, like on the traffic lights. You know how sometimes the birds be like on top of the light post or whatever, like a traffic light or something like that, or top of the stop sign or something like that. That's the most that you're going to see pigeons rise off of the ground. Now, see, here's these type of people. This is this mentality. Now, these people, these are the people that's kind of like in the middle, right? These are the people that really do want to be successful. They really do want to grow. They really do want to expand and fly higher, but they're stuck. They're stuck. They're stuck in between wanting to elevate and then stuck wanting to still stay on the surface level. Still wanting to do what everybody else doing. Still wanting to stay on the surface and gossip. Still wanting to sit on the surface, not doing nothing with their life. Partying all weekend. Ain't got nothing going on. Ain't doing anything to change their circumstance. Aren't doing anything to try to elevate. Don't have any plans, any goals. They're just like right in the middle. It's like they want that elevation, but at the same time, they can't get out of that surface mentality, that surface level thinking. And so you don't want to be like that either. You don't want to be the people, the like pigeons that just fly up there on the traffic light. And then what happens? This is what it says. It says they may fly into the air, but they just fly around in circles, and eventually they come back to the ground. See what I'm saying? It's like they want to go higher. They want to find something else to do, but they just fly around in circles, not going anywhere, and eventually just come right back down to the ground. And it also says that pigeons are highly dependent on humans for food. Highly dependent on humans for food. You don't want to be like no pigeon. You want to be independent. You don't want to be dependable on other people. You don't want to be dependable on other things to tell you who you are, to help you with your progress. You have to be independent, not dependent. You have to rise out of this thinking that you have to depend on others for their support. You have to depend on others for their praise. You have to depend on others to tell you who you are, who you supposed to be. No. So you need to get up out of that mindset thinking of a pigeon. We letting them pigeons go on. Letting them walk on around downtown like they do, pecking around for food, ain't got nothing going on. But let's get to these eagles, baby. Let's get to these eagles. And see, this is what I'm saying. So I love the fact that I did this research, because a lot of this stuff I really didn't even know like about eagles, right? It says that eagles, they fly the highest altitude of all other birds, and they are the largest of all birds. Come on now. They fly the highest. Come on now. It's time to get into our eagle. We some eagles around here. We flying the highest. And we the largest. Come on now. It says that eagles soar majestically in the air. Majestically. Do you know what the word majestically means? It means impressively. Ooh. Impressively beautiful, powerful, or with great admiration and respect. Come on now. Eagle. Impressively beautiful. I don't know about you, but I want to be like an eagle. Impressively beautiful, powerful, great admiration, just respected among all other birds, respected in the animal kingdom, just majestically. I didn't know this. They said I did know this, but you know that eagles are the national symbol of the United States, and the symbol, it means strength and power. Come on now, I'm going somewhere with this. Y'all better tap into this. They have a symbol of strength and power. Here's another thing about eagles. It says that Eagles, you know how I was just talking about the pigeons, how they flock around to each other and all that, ain't going nowhere. They said eagles are not for social gatherings. If they do gather in groups, it's called a convocation or congregation. But in general, they are solo birds by nature. And see, this is the thing about getting that eagle mentality. Like, just like they saying about eagles, eagles are not meant for everybody. Eagles are not meant to be a part of every crowd, a part of every friend group. Sometimes you got to separate yourself from your family, because sometimes you're not even meant for your family. It's a sad reality, but it's the truth. You're not meant for your family, your friends, these environments that you got yourself in. It's time for you to elevate out of that thinking. It's time for you to elevate. Sometimes you have to just get alone. You have to get alone, and you have to focus on you. And like I said, and then when it is time to gather, you come together for your social gathering, and then it's time to move on. You are solo. When you have the mentality of an eagle, that means you spending a lot of time by yourself, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with loneliness, or it's not even loneliness. You have to be okay with being alone sometimes. You know what I mean? Because you're an eagle. You don't have the same thinking as everybody else, so you're not meant to be in the same, in the same category, in these same environments as everybody else, and they're not meant to be with you. Okay? It says, oh, this is a good one. It says, what eats the eagle? I bet you ain't never thought about that before. What eats the eagle? You know how with the animal kingdom, you have the what do you call it? The cycle, the life cycle, or whatever you call it. I'm sorry, I should have probably wrote that down. But when they say like everything eats everything, like for example, you put a lion, the food chain. You put a lion at the top of the food chain. The lion eats the zebra eats that. And it keeps going down, but eventually it all still comes around. Something eventually eats the lion, like the hyena will eat the lion, or the vulture will eat the lion. Do you know what eats? I never knew this. Do you know what eats the eagle? Nothing. Nothing. I'm sorry. I love this. Nothing eats the eagle. It says they have no other predators. I'm not even going to say nothing about that. I'm going to just let that simmer in your spirit. They have no other predators. Nothing eats the eagle. Moving on. It says that eagles have exceptional eyesight. You know what that means, right? That means that they can focus. They have the strongest eyesight in the entire animal kingdom. So let's just think about that for a minute. If you have the mindset the mindset and the mentality of an eagle, that means that you are focused. You have the strongest visions. You have the strongest eyesight. You are focused. You are set on your path. You are set in your destiny. You know where you're going. You know where you headed. It don't matter what's going on over here. It don't matter what's going on over there. You are focused. Be like an eagle and stay focused. Keep your eyes stayed ahead. Keep your eyes stayed on God. Keep your eyes stayed on your purpose, where you're headed. Nothing else matters. The past, what other people talking about, mess, none of that matters. Be like an eagle and be focused. Stay focused. Now, this is the thing, this last point that I'm going to leave with y'all. This is what really got me, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all, that I keep messing around with this scarf. I'm not about to redo this video. I'm going to try to edit the best way I can. I try to throw this on to be cute, and it's like kind of messing up. So please excuse this as you watching the video. But let me leave this last point. This is when I say this is going to knock y'all out. I never knew this. It says that eagles love the storm. All other birds try to flee away from storms. Now let's just stop right there and talk about that for a second. Now, in terms of us as humans, what is the symbol of storm? Storms is symbolized as like our trials, our tribulations, the certain things that we're going through in life, pain, setbacks, failures, things like that. Those are generally symbolized as storms, are the type of storms that we face in lives, and things that we have to go through. We have to face it. Nobody wants to, even us as humans, nobody wants to be caught in the storm. Who wants to be walking in the rain or caught in the storm? And you're going to start running away from it because nobody wants to endure the rain. Nobody wants to face the rain. But here's what they say about eagles, y'all. It says, While all other birds, like I said, while all other birds try to flee away, eagles love the storm. It says they fly directly into storms. And the wind from the storms propels them. It says the wind from the storms propels them to fly higher. As a result, the wind pressure helps them to be able to glide without using the energy of their wings. Y'all, this is deep. This is deep. Let me go back because y'all might have missed something. So let me go back because I want y'all to catch this. It says they fly directly into the storm. Let's stop right there for a minute. When we facing storms, and we're being like eagles, that means no matter what comes against us, no matter what storms come, we gonna fly right into it because we know that we are eagles. We are strong. We are bold. No matter what we're faced with, no matter what comes our way, we're gonna make it through it. So we're not afraid to go through it. We're not afraid to face the storm. We're not afraid to go through the storm because we're okay. While everybody else running, don't know what to do, hitting the ground and can't come back from these pressures of life, we just going straight through it. We're fearless. Whatever comes our way, we going straight through it. And then the part where it says the wind from the storm, it propels them. So they already are the highest, at the highest altitude of birds. They fly the highest. But the wind from the storm, it propels them to fly even higher than that. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Through the storm, they fly even higher than that. And then wait, y'all missed this. That's why I'm saying it again. It says, as a result, the wind pressure helps them to be able to glide without using the energy. So that means not only are they flying in the storm and propelling higher than they already fly, but then they don't even gotta do nothing. While they pretty much just cruising and gliding through the storm like it's nothing. They not using no energy from their wings. They just going through the storm while everything else is out of sight. Everybody else is gone. Ain't no other bird in sight. Ain't no human in sight. They just flying at the top of the storm, propelling higher and higher and gliding. Y'all, this got me. This really got me. This was deep when I really thought about this and did this research. And all I know is, I don't know about y'all, but I want to be like an eagle. I want to be like an eagle. I want to be focused like an eagle. I want to be independent like an eagle. I want to be strong and powerful. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to be in the crowds like everybody else, doing what everybody else is doing. When tough times come upon my life, I want to have the mentality of an eagle, knowing that I'm going to be okay, that I'm going to fly right through it, and I'm not going to have to, and nothing, no type of energy or nothing. I'm going to be okay through it. And so I challenge you today to ask yourself to really figure this out. Dwell on this tonight or right now. You know, if it's the afternoon you're watching this video, dwell on this. What type of mindset do you want to have? Do you want to be like a pigeon or do you want to be like an eagle? The choice is up to you. But all I know is I want it to be like an eagle. Thank you for watching.